Hello, hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my Atakline for you now for this Monday, Groundhog Day Monday, February the 2nd, 2015. Alright, hope everyone had a great week thus far. Well, great weekend, should I say. I had a great one, a decent one at that. I had one gig this past weekend on Friday night. 30th, it was another Romeo boys basketball game. DJ'd that game on Tuesday. Doubleheader against Dakota. Girls won, boys lost. It was a fun game. And the Friday game for the boys I DJ'd Romeo was against Eisenhower, one of our most known enemies. Rivals, big rival. As Ike and Romeo. And every time I've done the Romeo basketball games for about 8 years now. And of all the games I look forward to every year of DJing, Ike's always a highlight because it's always packed and the crowd's always good, especially during the first half. Ike students come to the games, and it's always a chant fest, especially during the first half when it was more close than it was during the second half, and Ike clearly got the game in their possession. And Ike was more interested than Romeo because we were losing, and there was no chance we were coming back. Despite Romeo's best efforts, they got the loss against Ike. This is the second loss in a row when I'm DJing. I'm 2-2 when it comes to records when the boys and girls play when I'm playing. The girls have won twice, lost twice, same with the boys. I've DJ'd for each 4 times, and I've DJ'd 4 games each, and like I said, they lost 2 and won 2. Meanwhile, I got 3 gigs this week. I got doubleheader on Friday, lunches at Romeo, then a Danny Donna dance at Elmont Middle. Back in Elmont Middle for the first time in about a year since me and Elmont split. It's not for Elmont, it's at their place. It's for a friend of mine who works at Westview Orchards. And Shade Week Dance on Saturday night in Romeo High. Speaking of splitting, over the weekend I announced that I will no longer be DJing the splash specials at the Romeo High School pool. I've done those for the last 6 years. I canceled the one in January because my dad was sick. There's a lot of these conflicts that come up lately. When it comes to dad being sick or missing me. What I've done is I've missed being at Splash Specials in person, but I had my dad take over for me. When it comes to him playing a show for me, I put on an iPod playlist, let him play it for me. Sub for me. Play music that I prepare for him because he's not a disc jockey like me. He just sets up the lights and play the music that I prepare for him. And the Splash person, Sue, did not like me missing the Splash Specials all the time because of these conflicts that keep coming up, so we had to split. And a great time, these Splash Specials, but it's time for me to move on to bigger and better things. My new website's opened up, of course, djzackattack.com. That's djzackattack.com. And a lot of new opportunities are coming up that could be threats to, because Splash Specials is randomly scheduled, so we had to split. Love doing them, but now it's time for me to move on. Now, on with the entertainment news for the weekend. Kicking off with your #1 movie in America, with not much competition until this upcoming week with Jupiter Ascending, Seventh Son, and the SpongeBob movie. American Sniper remained at #1 this week for the 3rd week in a row. And the other movies that came out this week did not do well. At all. So, there you go with that. But we'll see how it does this upcoming weekend with, like I said, those 3 movies. Meanwhile, last night was, of course, the Super Bowl 49. Now, if you did not see my Attack Sports, I reported that the Super Bowl 49 game was the most watched network show, the most watched show in U.S. TV network history. 114 million viewers watched the Super Bowl. More importantly, a lot of people watched the halftime show as well. Katy Perry's spectacular halftime show. Even if you didn't like her music, you had to admit Katy Perry's show was nothing less than spectacular. I knew that when she was announced as the halftime show, I knew she was going to put on a hell of a show. I saw her Prismatic tour last year, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I knew she was going to deliver. And boy, oh boy, did she, with great sets, great costumes, and this alien cameo that everyone's talking about. She's benefiting from it. And so is Candy, as She now ascends Bruno as the most watched halftime in Super Bowl history with 118 million viewers, 3 million more than Bruno. And Katy celebrated this achievement by tattooing the Roman initials 49 on her ring finger to honor the fact she performed during halftime of Super Bowl 49. Pictures more on Twitter of her getting the tattoo. Just the text that said 49, Because she wore a jersey that said 49 when Missy Elliott came out. Now, of course, it was 10 years ago when Paul McCartney did a halftime show, and I thought he was awesome, too. But Katy Perry put on a more spectacular show with the staging and everything. And it proved to be just that, a spectacular show with high ratings in the Super Bowl halftime game, most watched halftime ever, as well as probably the most watched Super Bowl in general. So congrats to Katy for a great Super Bowl halftime show and big ratings as well, and on your tattoo. So there you go with that. Now, on to a little bit of award show news. Well, the Academy of Country Music Awards, the ACMs, are set to take place on April 19th in Dallas, Texas, in Cowboy Stadium. 50 years of the ACMs will be honored, with, of course, Blake and Luke set to host again. The nominees were announced on Friday, with Blake's wife Miranda leading the pack with 8 nominations, including Entertainer of the Year. Where she'll go up, she'll be the only female going up against Florida Georgia Line, the reigning champ Luke Bryan, Jason Aldean, and, yes, he's nominated, multi-time Entertainer of the Year winner in the ACMs, Garth Brooks. Let's see if he can teach these new guys how to do it. Then, of course, we have male vocalists, first time ever, 6 men instead of 5. Second leading nominee with 7 nominations, Doug Bentley. Second most besides Miranda. He'll go up against Jason, Blake, Brad, Eric, George, and Luke for the male vocalist. Miranda will go up in the female and try to remain again against Martina McBride, Casey Musgraves, Carrie Underwood, and Brandy Clark. Now, sometimes these country award shows can seem predictable because the same guy wins every year. Blake's won every year for male vocalist. Same with Miranda for female vocalist. Vocal duo for Georgia Line will probably win over Dan and Cher brothers Osborne, up-and-coming girl duo Maddie and Terry, and the Swan brothers. And Little Big Town will probably reign over the vocal group of the year again, against big competition though with Rascal Flatts, Lady A, Katy Perry, and ZBB, Zach Brown Band. Album of the Year, Miranda's won many times for the Album of the Year. She won for Revolution and Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Will she win again for Platinum? She's the favorite, going against another favorite, Outsiders by Eric Church, along with Wiser Doug Bentley, LBT's Painkiller, and Old Boots New Dude, Jason Aldean. We have single record, Automatic, will go up against American Kids from Kenny Chesney, Doug for Georgia Line, Drunk on a Plane. I like that one. Doug Bentley, of course, and I Don't Dance, Lee Price, another good song. Song of the Year is also 6 nominees. We got American Kids, Kenny Chesney, Miranda Lambert, Automatic, Drink a Beer, Luke Bryan, Follow Your Air by Casey Musgraves, Interesting Song to be nominated, Give Me Back My Hometown by Eric Church, and I Hold On by Doug Bentley. And we have Vocal Event of the Year. We got Lonely Tonight, Blake Shelton with Ashley Monroe, Meanwhile Back in Mama's, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, The South, Cadillac 3 of Florida Georgia Line, the lead singer of Eli Young Band and Doug Bentley. This Is How We Roll, Florida Georgia Line and Luke Bryan. The song that I think is going to win, Something Bad, Carrie and Miranda. That video is nominated for Video of the Year along with Keith Urban's Cop Car, Drunk on a Plane, Doug Bentley, American Kids, Kenny Chesney, and Glenn Campbell's I'm Not Gonna Miss You. I'm not going to miss it. Yeah, I'm not going to miss you from his documentary about his last tour because of his Alzheimer's condition. So there you go. Those are your nominees for the ACMs. We'll see who wins April 19th. It'll air on CBS. Speaking of award shows on CBS, of course, the Grammys are coming up this upcoming Sunday. Of course, a lot of new performers were added throughout the week, including Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett, Hozier and Annie Lennox, Jessie J and Tom Jones, and Adam Levine from Maroon 5 and Gwen Stefani voice judges. Those are duets that are set to perform. Now, we still haven't heard whether or not Beyonce or Beck will perform yet. The remaining 2 Album of the Year nominees, they have yet to announce a performance or not. But when it comes to Sam Smith's performance, it may be questionable. Because today, Sam Smith canceled a show in Seattle because of voice problems. Damn, Seattle had double the blow. Losing the Super Bowl in a shocking interception in the last play of the game. And now Sam Smith, whose music could have been somewhat calming and healing, would have been healing for the Seattle fans, canceled his show because of his voice. Of course, he's been on tour for the last month and a half and continuing preparation, or should I say promotion, for his Grammy-nominated album, In the Lonely Hour. Sam released a statement on Facebook today and social media saying that Seattle, I am so sorry to announce the postponement of my show in Seattle. This is the second to last show on this tour. Been battling vocal troubles. I have to postpone the show. I'd like to apologize for it. And we can only speculate the reason why he's resting is because of, like I said, the Grammy performance. There is no statement whether or not this will affect the Grammy performance. But like I said, it's a threat because he canceled a performance in Seattle. But I think Sam will recover just in time. He may have to cancel another show just to heal up for the Grammys. So there you go. Grammy as new performers. Well, Sam Smith's Grammy performance may be threatened, but I don't think it will be in the long run after a cancellation in Seattle. Speaking of the Grammys, let's end with a kind of a weird bum note to end off here. Hey, not as bumming as the Nationwide commercial during the Super Bowl. Anyway, child deaths in the Super Bowl? Give me a break. Speaking of child deaths, almost. Sorry to have the pun there. It was at the Grammys 3 years ago, the day before the Grammys, that Whitney Houston tragically passed away after passing out in a bathtub. Well, that same eerie fate almost happened to her daughter, Bobbi Christina, who was also found unconscious this past Saturday in a bathtub. But as of right now, she is alive, but she's battling for her life as she is on a ventilator because she's in a coma. According to several reports, that she is in this, like I said, medically induced coma, but her function in her brain has been significantly diminished, and it's not looking good. There's a lot of reports, conflicting reports about her condition. Some saying she's bad, some saying she's not looking good, but some saying she's stable. You know, she's on a ventilator. There's all these reports coming out, and no drugs were involved. According to her cousin, she said that they weren't aware of why she was found unresponsive. They say drugs was not a factor. They say that she has been not drinking or doing drugs and cutting down on cigarettes. She's been trying to get her music together and keep her voice clean. Her voice is as beautiful as her mother's. I just added that last part. So, it's kind of a weird thing, and it's close to the anniversary. You know, next week is the 3-year anniversary. On the 12th, if I am not mistaken, is the anniversary of Whitney Houston's death. So to have this kind of almost the same fate happen to her daughter this close to the anniversary, it's kind of eerie and scary. But we hope for the best for Bobbi Christina. Best wishes to you, man. Speedy recovery to you. Get well soon. All that good stuff, man. Get well, man. Prayers to you, Bobbi Christina. There you go. Now, that is it for the Atakline for today. Thank you very much for watching. Let's see if the Groundhog sees a shadow, says there's more spring left. Or more winter. Well, it feels like more winter here in Michigan. And we had a big snowstorm here last night. So there you go. That in mind, y'all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later. Yeah.